Hello everyone, Ben Williams here from Whitetail Properties. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of a quick tip. As you can see, I am absolutely covered in sweat right now out here getting the last of the plots in. Wanted to talk to you about these couple spots really quick and why they kind of relate to each other really well. Now this was only sprayed 2 days ago. I'm not that worried about it. It's a small plot. You can see it doesn't get that much sunlight. It's an old log landing kind of tucked back in here on the hill. I actually shot 6-pack right there out of that maple last year. First year set, and obviously the first time that I killed a buck out of it. I was on hunting Dono, and then Dono came down the ridge about 5 hours after I shot 6-pack, but I was already tagged out with the bow and done. So, but this plot was planted in a little bit of radish last year with some winter wheat. You can see the winter wheat still, what's left of the stems is still in here. You can see a couple of them still standing. So we went in and just sprayed over the top of this. Didn't do anything else to it this year, just sprayed it. These are just some annual weeds coming up, maybe a little bit perennial that didn't get a good sting the first time around. So you can see it's starting to get a little tinge of yellow to it from the last couple days. But this is a great little hidey hole plot. We just seeded it down with like 15-20 pounds of wheat, seeded it really heavy, and then put some annual medium red clover, some perennial clover, a little Balanza fixation clover, kind of just a little bit of sweepings. I think there might even been a handful of radish in there too. Was just the sweepings off the table from making seed blends this past couple months. So again, this is the dump, we call it, because the old farm dump's right down the hill here. But I love this spot. You can see I got some edge cut in there, and what that does is directs them to a stand on the other side of this, which we'll look at in a second, and why that stand's been so successful. But we'll go out here. Now this was corn last year, back behind this little secluded plot off of this ridge, and this is the first food plot we ever did on the farm and opened up. Was this field up here we call top field. It's the highest point pretty much on our farm, so we call it top field. It's up on top of this big ridge. So this used to be an old stone fruit orchard up on top here, and coming out, this is top field. It's about 1.5 total acres right now. It's going to be 1.5 acres of clover here. I'm going to turn around. This got sprayed about 8 days ago. I want to say, I'd have to check the calendar, but 7-8 days ago, give or take a day or two. And this is what we're planting into right now. We are just broadcasting. You can see we're getting good spray kill. The only places that aren't coming up or aren't doing as good as where the row lines are from the tire tracks. I don't think it got quite as good of a bite there from the mow lines. But we're gonna go over here and look at the clover. So last year when we planted clover on this far side, this was corn last year. So this is just annual grasses and stuff coming back up from the corn stubble. And we mowed it down and then sprayed it. But we're getting a really good effective kill on it. As you see, we're browning down really nice out here. We salted this down with 100 pounds per acre of winter wheat. It's 1.2 acres on this side, give or take, and then a little over 1/3 of an acre on that side. So it gets us to about 1.5 acres on this total plot. So we seeded it down with that, and then we went in with a mix of medium red clover. Put that in at about 7 pounds per acre, and then went in with a Ladino clover over the top as well with that, and we did that at about 5 pounds per acre. So total about 13 pounds of clover per acre. Gross weight, not counting or not deducting the area or the amount of seed coating that's on that seed. So that's just straight run weight on that clover. Like I said, about 7 and then about 15 pounds I think is what it was with the medium red, and then the Ladino, something like that. I got it written in my book. So we went with the same mix pretty much that we did on this side, and as you can see, this is the clover from this year. Now you can see it looks a little gray. All that is that was the wheat thatch that was in here. We did the same thing. This was actually at 75 pounds per acre. We planted it before Labor Day last year. We are actually after Labor Day, but I think it's like September 2nd today or 3rd. But this is just looking good. I mean, this is lush. It's curling up a little bit because the sun's going down, but a nice lush stand of Ladino clover. It doesn't look that pretty, but there's been dozens of deer in this field every night. This is actually where I shot Hornet. It was right about here, literally proposed to my wife right here. The tree from our wedding is planted right there in that cage. So there's a lot of good memories up here at Topfield, on top of the hill at the farm here. We planted some new trees around the rim of this field this past year. This is going to roll into clover. So this clover will probably be here for 3 to 4 years on this side. So this is year 2. So we'll probably have it here another year or 2, depending on how it stays. It's pretty good. We only mowed it about like 7-8 days ago. It was right after we sprayed that far side. We wanted to kind of protect some of the clover. You see there's a little sting along the edge. Not too bad though. You just got to make sure you're spraying up here in the first thing in the morning or in the evening when it's dead calm like this, because otherwise you do get a lot of drift up here on top of the hill. It wants to straight line wind a lot. So, but this is looking really, really nice. Pretty stand of pure clover. This was like mostly Ladino. I don't think I put very much anything for an annual clover in here besides crimson, and that is since all gone, obviously. I don't think there was any medium red in this. I had a good supply of medium red left from the clover blends I was making, so we put that in on the other side, and then we Ladinoed the rest of it. So it's a little splotchy, like we got a little patch right here that didn't take that good, so this might have been just mist, or just didn't get a good effective weed kill on it, so the weeds kind of took over in the spot. But you see we had good, really good thatch. This straw right here, this is all wheat stubble, what's left of it. They cleaned this field out. We went with awnless wheat from Seedway. The secret ingredient is caramel corn, if you were wondering. That's just what I measure out the seeds in, because I'm buying in bulk and then measuring it out. But we got good. Again, we just cut this like 6-7 days ago, something like that. My days are blurring together. Dad cut this, so yeah, it's looking really good. Nice stand of clover. It doesn't have to be looking like a magazine, but you give this another month before season, the rest of this clover will fill right in. We get some rains on it, it'll look nice. It's actually looking pretty phenomenal. Like I said, the little bit of the cosmetic stuff with the wheat stubble, the wheat did its job. Nurse cropped it, fed the deer into July, got that protein bump for the lactating does and the fawns and the bucks. But you can see we got a little bit of a burn tinge on the edge of this, but not too bad of an overdraft for spray and stuff like that. So we're putting this into clover on this side, winter wheat. I'm going to take it out of corn. I do love corn up here, but it's just not that big of a plot, and it was smoked really early. So it just didn't fit in, and we didn't go back to corn this year because it was such a wet spring. So that's kind of the little bit of the update here on Topfield. Done a lot of seeding today, as you can see. Did an 1.5 acres on a different piece of property. Did another acre over here. Did another 7/10 to 8/10 of an acre as well. Half acre. This was 1 acre and about 1.25 acres, and then the dump was another, whatever that is, a little over 1/10 of an acre, give or take. It's not very big, but we don't get a lot of sunlight, so I went a little heavy with the wheat over there, because that's probably what's going to come up with a little mix of clover. So big day, a lot of miles, a lot of boot miles. Got the new photos for my new listing in Oswego County, so there's a video on that also as well on the page if you're interested in checking that out. Ranch and farm license should be coming any day now. We got our big auction, first auction coming up here in October for New York, so that's exciting news. And yeah, guys, putting the sweat equity in. We just got to do trim some stands, do a last minute card pull and battery swap, and we'll be good to go this upcoming season. So that's the 10-minute, well, 9-minute summary, close to 10 minutes, 9-minute summary up here at Topfield, kind of explaining the plots. You're not too late to get stuff in. I've put cereal grains right in up till the first week of October, so you can get it in and get it done. You know, you are getting a little bit back on the clock if you got to get it sprayed, but we did one of our plots today. We went conventional tillage on that. We didn't do a no-till spray or a mow and spray and spread kind of method like we did up here. You know, that can be successful. Obviously, the other stuff over there, we're going to put that in a crop, and that had been fitted before, so we wanted to get that cleaned up with a disc really well, because that's going to go into row crop corn. Corn bean mix, I think next year is the plan for that long that long, narrow kind of forage plot. So we'll see. Everything's a little different. If you guys have any questions about food plot design, food plot species selection, any seed that you need or seed recommendations, be happy to help you guys out. Rule of thumbs is you can overseed clover, you can overseed your cereal grains a little bit, but do not overseed your brassicas, do not overseed your corn. Those species do not play well with others. Let's just leave it that way as a rule. So clover, you can go a little heavy, and cereal grain, you can go a little heavy. And I advocate doing both. I like a little bit extra in there. And they seem to get a better stand, especially if you're upping your seed rate like 20-ish% to accommodate for lack of germination. So, all right, guys, that's the update up here. The only other thing is I wish there was some more screening around this plot. But again, time got busy and life got busy. So I'm gonna jump in the truck. My daughter's getting a shower or a tub with my mom right now. I'm picking her up, heading home, and getting to bed for an early start again tomorrow, guys. So keep out there, keep grinding with it. You're still got plenty of time before season to get plots in, get your stands trimmed, but you guys got to step up and get after it. Ben Williams, Whitetail Properties, Hunter Proof Podcast, and Old Tin Cup. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch y'all next time here in the field. Take care.